First, we're going to go to our interview with Lisa Lunsford of SC3.
Global Strategic Supply Solutions.
She's told me this
GS3.
14 times, I can't remember.
That's okay.
In Livonia, you're an auto manufacturer and supply chain.
Yes, we are a part manufacturer, and we also provide supply chain management.
And Margaret Trimer-Hartley of Junior Achievement of Southeastern Michigan. Lisa, let me start with you. You're a firm that is hiring workers today in an economy where jobs are in great demand. So you still are having trouble finding people to come in and take your positions. Good paying jobs. You're particularly looking for welders, right? Right,
we're looking for welders in our Logan, Ohio facility. We also have a facility in Livonia, like you mentioned. And there what we're having is not enough people are coming in with the soft skills.
What is a soft skill?
Well, you know, being committed to coming in, what time to come in, how to dress.
Work ethic and
work ethic. And then in some cases we have people who cannot read, who may not be able to do the basic math, and so we're having to bring them up and work with them.
We spend a lot of time talking about skilled trades, and getting people prepared for more sophisticated jobs. But you're saying that those basic entry-level skills to just come in, punch the clock, and follow instructions, that's missing?
That's missing. In a lot of our cases, we have trained our workers up in that. But when they first come, some of them have come to us in which, they don't have the basics. We say we need 240 parts, and we have 10 totes. How many parts go in a tote?
Okay.
So we have things like that.
So you're doing remedial training.
Yeah, so we're doing that, and we also.
Somebody came in and was looking for a job as a welder. What does that job pay?
The welder job, well, we start at minimum wage.
Okay.
And then we move up in the trade.
But they eventually can make a middle-class living
They can make a middle-class living at 60 to 70K, yes.
Margaret, you're expanding the role of Junior Achievement. We think of it traditionally as an organization that encourages entrepreneurship, but you've expanded the role since you took over as CEO a year or so ago into the areas of career readiness, financial literacy. What are you finding in working with today's kids? Do they understand where the opportunities lie, where the career options lie?
Oh, actually not at all. The kids are shooting after careers that are absolutely not in demand, and they're missing the ones that are.
Basketball player.
Well, doctor, lawyer, those are all great careers, and we'll still need them in the future, but they're not in the high demand sectors. And so we find that often parents and teachers are the greatest impediment to kids plugging into the jobs of today, the skilled trade jobs, the manufacturing jobs. So we are waking them up. We are bringing them
So many years ago, you and I worked on an initiative to encourage college preparation and college attendance, and to get parents thinking about sending their children to college. Did we overemphasize college and underemphasize the skilled trades?
I think we were a little off balance, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think you ever want to discourage young people from considering college.
Right.
It's always great to have that option, that door open, right?
But there are good careers that don't require college, but do require skills training, particularly in a place like Detroit where there's a construction boom going on.
Absolutely, and often the skilled trades, it's not a dead end, it's a door opener to many other opportunities in the STEM-related field, in entrepreneurship. We did a construction expo with Saxy Construction on skilled trades, emphasized 37 different trades. And each of those trades and those companies was started by an entrepreneur. So our kids saw welders, and they saw plumbers and electricians, but they also saw businessmen and women.
So Lisa, when you are trying to put together a workforce at your company, what do you have to do? I mean, you're bringing in people who lack basic skills. We're not talking about the things Margaret mentioned, but they lack basic work skills.
Well, we work with them.
What do you do?
We work with them, when we
so you
find
don't just
out.
Turn them away?
No, we don't turn them away. We do work with them, we talk to them, we tell them about, literacy programs that are out there that are offered through the city, and I've brought in a book, Dr. Seuss books, you know.
Dr. Seuss books.
Kind of as a joke, but to get it going. But, and I also, my biggest thing is working inside the schools during career day.
Okay.
And I'm also a board member with DAPSAP. So the thing is to have the kids to see what it can be, what they can do.
So I want to ask both of you, Margaret, starting with you. We're at a policy conference here. What policies as a state, as a region, do we need to be putting in place to better prepare our workforce for the jobs that actually exist today?
Well, I know there's discussion in Lansing now about really putting a career exploration class into the K-12 curriculum, possibly at 8th grade, 9th grade, which may be about right, but I would say even earlier.
Well, you also ran schools in the past. I mean, kids don't have a real clue about what the options are, do
No,
they?
but they have to understand what the possibilities at a very early age, what they are. I was in a school where one of our JA volunteers was talking to a kindergarten class and needed someone to pass out papers. And those 3 students, she called her supply chain managers, right? Planting the seeds of possibility earlier and earlier.
That's excellent. Lisa, what would help you?
Well, having people to go into the schools during career day to actually introduce the job or the profession to them, because if you've never seen it, how can you be it? You know, you could tell somebody, oh, you could be a doctor, but if you don't know what that looks like, or if you don't know what an automotive designer looks like you have people who are kids who are artists, and they don't know what to do with that. And so I always think that we have to put the walk behind education. You know, we do a lot of lip service to education that we think it's important to get our young ones up, but what are we doing? Are we actually spending the time? And I mean the business people. You know, if you're looking for your workforce, or your workforce is at the schools, so why not go in and introduce your company, or have them come out to your facility so they can actually see it?
So, I mean, do you think if children knew there were these sort of opportunities, they didn't actually have to go to a 4-year university and spend that time, do you think more kids would be better engaged in their education if they knew they could use it to go into a skilled trade with perhaps a 6-month or a 2-year program?
Absolutely.
I think so, don't you?
Absolutely, but I think the other important piece that we can't neglect is that their parents need to understand this, and their teachers need to understand this, because they still are the influencers of young people.
That's true, and at the 8th grade is usually when you start getting that, where the teachers are starting to say, go to college.
Thank you. Lisa Lunsford, Margaret Trimer-Hartley, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
And good luck. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it.